What up, everybody? This is your boy, Vinny MG. Tonight we have an amazing show for you with our very special guest. You all know her, you all love her, John. Now, let's talk Zodiac.
Hey.
What is up? Happy New Year 2026.
Hello,
Happy New
hello.
Year's.
Happy New Year's.
All
Oh,
right.
God.
So, what was your I can't even talk. Blah 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 blah. blah. New Year's
You having a
resolution,
stroke right
Vinny.
now?
I think Mr. Phoenix is having technical difficulties with his mouth.
Nah, I
So,
know, right? So what was your New Year's resolution, Vinny?
well, it's the same thing that it is every year to reach 4 foot, but it never happens.
No matter how much Miracle Grow you use.
No matter how much baby shit I rub on my head or manure I stand in, it just can't seem to grow.
Oh.
What about you? What was your New Year's resolution?
I would say to get this show going good, and then pushing further into the bettering ourselves.
All right, Mr. Guru. And what about you, John? What was your New Year's resolution?
It's kind of like one big resolution. I had a resolution of to take better care of myself, both in mind, body, and spirit. So it's a big resolution, but I took a look at, okay, I've been trying to lose weight. It's not easy for a woman of my age to lose weight. So figuring out different ways to do that. Different ways, and to take care of my mind and my spirit as well, because they all go together. So
Yeah,
and to do
tell me
more
about it.
paranormal.
It's
Yeah, and
not
to do more
easy.
paranormal investigations. So
Yeah,
Oh yes,
working on
yes.
that one.
We start
and
getting
it's
some.
it's not easy to lose weight, whether you're male or female. At our age, it's just I've been trying to lose weight for so long. I've been taking shots, pills, did the keto thing, did the counting your calories stuff, and
Well,
exercise and gym. It just doesn't seem to want to come off.
well, if things go right, I'll be having mine off. I'm going to go through bariatric surgery.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
that's right.
my wife went through that about almost 2 years ago now, and she lost probably about 100 pounds already.
Right. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah,
Amazing.
it's worth it. I mean, it's amazing, and as long as you stay steady with it and keep going with the your proteins and everything, you're good to go. But
yeah.
That sounds
all
like
right,
something I should think about doing.
it's not bad. I'll hook you up.
You hook me up. You gonna do the surgery for me?
No, I got a doctor. I know a doctor.
Oh, you know a doctor. Okay, Dexter. Now we're talking about zodiac signs tonight.
Yes, we are.
How zodiac signs pictured into the paranormal field and what it means. I'm an Aquarius, so
I'm a Libra.
this is my month. My birthday's at the end
Gemini.
of this month. So, what are you?
So what?
What are you, Jeremy?
I
Or
am a
Mr.
Libra.
Phoenix? You don't know?
I'm a Libra. I
Oh,
balance the scales.
you're a what with scales?
I'm a Libra.
Well, what about you, Miss John?
Gemini.
Gemini. My sister's Gemini. Oh gosh.
May 30th.
My father is a Taurus, and he's in May 13th.
Right
Okay, yeah,
on.
so he's right on the cusp. Yep.
Yep, yep. Oh, and he is stubborn, just like the Taurus. I'm an Aquarius. I love everybody and everything. I go along with everybody.
So, with talking about zodiac signs, I've got a little video that explains a little bit of it. Do you mind? It's a little long, but do you mind watching it with us?
Sure.
Alrighty.
Okay, let's do it.
Go.
Stars can influence the way we live has existed since ancient times. The astrological horoscope prevalent in the West has its origins in several cultures, with inspiration in Babylonian astrology, Egyptian mathematics, and Greek mystical and philosophical thought. This is how the zodiac horoscope arose. The word zodiac means circle of animals. These creatures are represented in the constellations observable in the sky, and the origin of these beings is bound up with different stories from Greek mythology. This video is sponsored by Incogni. Every day we are bombarded with this data board account and ask description. Princess fell off the ram and drowned in the seawaters.
That is not the
prince's
video
mother.
I picked.
The sign of Aries is wanted store registrations. The first 100 people to use the code CU in history will get 60% off of Incogni. Click the link that's in the description.
You have some technical difficulties.
I guess we're being sponsored by Cotton.
The sign of Aries is represented by a
We are
ram.
not.
According to Greek myth, Phrixus, prince of Boeotia, was the target of a conspiracy by his stepmother, who wanted to kill him. Answering the prayers of the prince's mother, Hermes sent a golden ram to rescue Prince Phrixus and his sister. But during the journey through the skies, the princess fell off the ram and drowned in the seawaters. After reaching the region of Colchis, the young man sacrificed the beautiful animal in honor of the gods. The golden wool became the object of coveting by kings and heroes, such as the Argonauts. For its services, the golden lamb was honored in the heavens in the form of the constellation Aries. The sign of Taurus represents Zeus's metamorphosis into a bull to attract and abduct the princess Europa. In his bovine form, Zeus approached the princess, and she was delighted with the beautiful animal. With the help of her friends, she climbed onto the bull, which took the princess for a ride. At first, Europa had fun on the bull, riding the waves. But Zeus took her to the island of Crete against her will. The couple united and gave birth to a noble offspring, including King Minos, who went on to rule the island of Crete, land of the fearsome Minotaur. The constellation Taurus marked in the stars another of Zeus's ruses.
Dang you, Zeus.
The sign of Gemini is associated with the myth of the brothers Castor and Pollux, brothers of Helen of Troy and sons of Leda and Zeus. Zeus turned into a swan to seduce Leda, and the twins were born from an egg generated by their mother. The twins became great heroes, but Castor died in his brother's arms after a fight against rivals. Distraught, Pollux asked Zeus to bring his brother back to life. The god proposed that he and his brother rotate their days on Earth. He agreed, and the brothers started to live in the same body alternately. The Gemini constellation symbolizes the brotherly love between Zeus's two sons.
Zeus gets around.
The sign of
Right?
Cancer is symbolized by a crab. The creature is associated with the myth of Hercules battling the powerful Hydra of Lerna. The hero was about to defeat the creature, so the crabs were sent by the goddess Hera to aid the Hydra in the fight against Hercules. Despite their efforts, the crabs could not measure up to Hercules and were defeated. The goddess honored the creature's efforts by placing them among the stars through the constellation of Cancer.
Vertigo.
The sign of Virgo is associated with the goddess Astrea, daughter of Themis, the goddess of justice. She personified purity and innocence and was considered a just and impartial deity. She initially lived among men, trying to promote justice. But during the Iron Age, they became so corrupt that the goddess decided to leave the earth and ascended to the heavens, where she became the constellation of Virgo. The sign of Leo is associated with the myth of the hero Hercules and his 12 famous labors. The Nemean lion terrorized the region. Hercules was sent to confront the creature, famous for having an impenetrable hide that no weapon could harm. Hercules faced the beast with great courage in a hotly contested fight. The hero eventually strangled the animal and went on to wear the Nemean lion's skin as a cloak.
But
This
how did he
victory
get
was
the skin off?
eternalized among the stars in the constellation of Leo.
See, that's they don't tell you.
The sign
I've
of
been
Libra
getting
is
off.
symbolized by the scales of Themis, the Greek goddess of justice and balance. The goddess is known for her wisdom in dispensing justice, being merciful to the good and unforgiving to criminals. In later depictions, she appeared with a blindfold over her eyes, showing that all are equal before justice and that her judgment is unbiased. The scale of the goddess remained forever in the heavens in the constellation of Libra. The sign of Scorpio is associated with the myth of Orion and Artemis. He was a giant and a great hunter. Therefore, he had an excellent relationship with Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, who had a special affection for Orion. According to some versions of the myth, this relationship between the two seemed almost like a romance. Apollo, the goddess's brother, to preserve his sister's virginal purity, sent a scorpion to kill Orion.
Oh, wow.
Orion and the scorpion died during the battle. Both were immortalized in the constellations of Orion and Scorpio. The sign of Sagittarius is a centaur with a pointed bow. This centaur was Chiron, the wisest of the species, a great trainer of heroes. He trained such figures as Achilles and Jason. Chiron was transformed into the constellation Sagittarius after his accidental death caused by Hercules. But his deeds were never forgotten, and the figure was
job, Herc.
etched into the stars. The sign of Capricorn is symbolized by the strange figure of a fish-tailed goat. This figure is associated with the myth of Pan, the wild god. In the famous myth of Typhon, the monster that defied the gods, many deities disguised themselves as animals to escape the beast. Pan jumped into the sea to escape the creature's wrath and developed a fish tail to flee. According to some scholars, the constellation of Capricorn depicts Pan's metamorphosis. Although it seems like a tribute to a cowardly act, Pan was one of the few gods who returned to help Zeus in the fight against Typhon.
There we go.
The sign of Aquarius evokes the myth of the abduction of the beautiful Ganymede, so handsome that he was kidnapped by Zeus to serve the gods on Olympus.
Wow.
He replaced Hebe as the cupbearer of the gods. The job was to fill the gods' cups and jars with the nectar of immortality and ambrosia. But
That's
Ganymede was a
bullshit.
prince of Troy. His parents were distraught over their son's disappearance. To appease the grief of Ganymede's parents, Zeus created the constellation Aquarius so that, when they looked up into the sky, they would remember their son.
Mom,
The sign of Pisces is symbolized by two fish. But did you know that these fish are the gods of love and passion, Eros and Aphrodite? When the powerful monster Typhon defeated Zeus, several gods fled Olympus. Among them were Aphrodite and her son Eros. They, to escape the monster, transformed themselves into fish and swam to Egypt, where their divinity was recognized. The escape of the gods of love from Greece was inscribed in the heavens in the constellation of Pisces. Did you already know the origin of your sign? What did you think of the story about it?
All right.
that's total bullshit.
You are a
Basically,
slave.
they're saying Aquarius are we're the waiters of God. Bullshit. Bullshit. Do I look like a waiter to you? I am damn handsome. I will give him that.
You were stolen by Zeus.
I was stolen by Zeus. And the messed up part is, I'm a little person, so an eagle could actually pick my butt up and take me away. I swear.
You are Whittle.
Thank you for elaborating.
All right. So Jean, in your expertise with the zodiac signs and everything, what do you have in knowledge wise?
Well, the zodiac signs and how it plays into my work as a psychic medium, especially whenever I'm reading a person, it'll, as you read in the horoscopes or whatever, zodiac signs have certain types of traits. And when I'm reading for a person and I'm picking up on these traits, it can help me sort of learn how to tell them how to guide themselves out of this situation. And also, in tarot, or sometimes when I'm being drawn to like a zodiac sign, that is the timing of when an event is more than likely to happen.
Ah,
So that kind of goes into, again, tarot has a lot to do with the zodiacs and timing, seasons, um, but it also has a lot to do with personality traits, um, and what a person is working on themselves in their life. Like, as far as Gemini, you're always going to have a Gemini that's working either on themselves or try to like calm their impulsivity. You ever known a Gemini to like want to do something? What's the word I'm looking for? Like altruistic, like have a New Year's goal for the good of it.
okay.
That tends to be more of, a Pisces, Libra, or Cancer goal. So we can look at our personality traits and kind of throughout our lives sort of, you know, guide market. And that's what I know of zodiacs. Perfect example of how traits play into our daily life. I'm not too proud to admit this, but I think it's kind of funny. Um, Yesterday, as a matter of fact, so I was driving my truck and I was in the turning lane. I was turning left, and I was crossing oncoming traffic to like go into the gas station. Now,
Hmm.
I drive my truck. My truck's my baby. It's like a '95 Ford F-150 Eddie Bauer that I put a lot of money and time into, but I just fell in love with the truck, so I'm very protective over it. So
Right.
as I'm trying to turn into this chevron, some guy um, comes up from behind me and cuts in front of me to get into the same chevron enough to where I had to like I didn't have time to put on my brakes. All I had to do was punch it and steer. I was
Ooh.
so mad. I went from zen to mad that I flew into the parking lot, got in the truck, and started cussing him out. Like, what a piece of crap he was, and he needs to like give up his driver's license, and he's such a son of a bitch. And I snapped like that. And it was because something that I am protective of
Hmm.
was threatened, and that is a classic Gemini trait. So,
Makes sense.
yeah.
I get that.
And just to clarify for the audience, Noah did not beg her to cuss. She did it all on her own.
I love to cuss.
it's so liberating, isn't it?
Oh, fuck yes, it is.
Oh God.
Uh,
All right, Mini Vinny, what you got? You got something else?
what do I got? Have you ever noticed that we actually trait some of our zodiac signs? Like, I'm Aquarius. Basically, I'm water. Whenever I don't feel good, muscle pains, when I'm sick, uh, got a cold, stuff, whatever it is. Usually medicine, people go for medicine and stuff, but for me, I take a shower or sit in my jacuzzi tub and I'm just in water. It just makes me feel so good. Showers, waters. It's different. It's not like I feel clean. That's not it. It's
Refreshing.
like rejuvenating, like trying to think of the word here. It resonates with me in a different level of being.
That's. I mean, I can see where you're coming from. My wife is an Aries, and she absolutely loves the water. So I'm trying to figure that one out. But she's straight up mermaid, man.
Yeah, she
Well,
is.
it's probably because she likes to burn energy. Aries likes to, Aries is fire. So, like, when
Hmm.
she's in the water, she's burning energy, whether it be creative energy or physical energy as well.
She's making steam.
Yeah, yeah. Whereas, like me, I'm Gemini. Gemini is Earth, and whenever I'm not feeling good, even whenever I'm physically sick, you will catch me out in nature. I will hike. I will go to a cemetery to feel better, honestly.
Dude, the
And
cemetery is phenomenal. Yes.
yeah, quiet, peaceful, and you're there with the earth. Yeah,
Okay, so what's Libra? Wind?
Libras. Yes.
And I absolutely hate the heights.
Well, wind doesn't actually necessarily have to do with height.
I'm
You
just
could do a
saying.
high wind without being up high. You know, you
Well,
like
high
to
winds
get
almost.
high, don't you? There
Huh?
you go.
What'd you
I
say?
like. Go ahead.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
I was gonna say you when you're in like wind, when you feel a breeze or anything, how does it make you feel? Does it irritate you? Does it make you cold,
Kind of. I
hot?
would say. I would say kind of refreshing.
There you go.
Minus the really bad storm that we were in. I don't like that one. That
Oh,
was really high winds.
that was my wrath. Be careful.
That was your wrath. So you're the one that destroyed my home and brought this like giant tornado at us, huh?
No, don't put that on me. Put that on Mother Nature. uh, so how would you tie in the zodiac sign into the paranormal field? Dealing with spirits, ghosts.
Well, there are times of the year, times of certain zodiacs that the veil is thinner than others,
Hmm.
and that you will see a lot of pagan cultures, are very, and like the druids and stuff like that, are very much into seasons and time of the year, as far as like when to celebrate Samhain, or when to plant crops, or and a harvest moon and things like that. So I do think that certain zodiacs influence the, how what I want to say, the ebb and flow of the veil.
Okay.
And I've also noticed that certain zodiac signs tend to be more psychically sensitive than other zodiac signs. And if you maybe start looking up some of the names of the some famous psychics and things like that, you will notice that they have certain zodiac signs.
Okay.
More
Okay.
than likely, have come from a certain, like, either earth or water.
Okay.
Sorry,
And
I'm
that's
just
because,
looking
at
at
least
it.
I think, with in a spirituality sense, you need to be really kind of grounded in,
Hmm.
like, both your mind and your thoughts and your spirituality. That's why the earth people tend to be more grounded, whereas the water people tend to be more emotional. Water people tend to be more empaths, whereas the grounded people tend to be more like clairvoyant and clairaudient and those types of things.
Okay.
Or intuitive. Like, I can tell with Jeremy here, you probably have a sense about something or somebody, and you don't know why, but you just have a feeling that's going on. That's grounded in that intuitiveness. Whereas like Vinny could be like, oh no, you're feeling this and you're feeling that and you're feeling this and this and that and that and that because of his water sign. That's emotions.
Right.
Not to mention, I'm also empath.
Yeah.
Emotionally, I can be somewhere and pick up on emotions pretty dang quickly, and I do that with everybody and everything and everywhere. And it's tiring. It really is exhausting. But
Yeah.
but, but like you said, when I'm in water or when I'm around water, it's not as exhausting to deal with.
Right.
See, with the Libra, I try to collect the balances on both between the good and the evil, I guess you could say, or I really don't know the other words to really put it, but I do know one side of mine tends to fall and the other side tends to raise because I stay toward one, and I need to calm and refresh myself and bring myself back because I want to get more into what's going on, and I always fall for some reason. I don't know if it's just from the way I was brought up on different things, but I always fall to the negative on some things, and I don't mean
I've
to.
seen you get mad, and it is not a pretty sight.
And I want to delete that.
His mascara runs.
My mascara when I have the mascara on. I told you that in private.
I'm sorry. You kind of threw a bitch fit. I didn't know what to talk about.
Well, let's stop right there and go to a commercial and be right back.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome in. You have reached the Midget's Card Show. I am the Midget, and we have everything from base set all the way up into modern day age cards. Not only cards, but we've also got posters, we've got slabs, we've got everything you need of Pokemon and so much more. Make sure you come in and get your supplies today. You don't want to miss out. We will see you there.
Good old Jake.
Oh my God, Turtle Man. I don't know what to do with him.
I don't know, but when he said Pokemon, I just really started thinking of the wrong thing.
When he said Pokemon, almost looked like a Squirtle to me. I don't know if it's because he's bald.
Well, I thought he said poke a man. I'm like,
that's what I was going to say.
I mean, it's his prerogative. He wants to
I
poke
mean,
a man, Pokemon,
and I
poke
guess
a girl, poke a dog, poke a cat. I don't care.
He sells cards on that way too.
No, he's a great guy, and happy to be his friend. And I hope he's doing good over there.
All right, so it's getting it to be 9:30. I don't know how long the wonderful reading takes. I'm not sure. I'm new to this. I know what you did. You did it for Vinny, but like I said, I am completely new to this. I have questions in my head on things I want to solve, but I just.
Can you reach?
There we go. There we go.
You need a go gadget arm.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish. Are you kidding me? The day that we get to augment our bodies, I'm going for a pair of legs.
You're going for a pair. I was going to say, you're finally going to get 4 foot, man.
Yeah, finally going to get my New Year's.
I would go for that little helicopter hat, just zoom in.
Yeah, I would try the helicopter hat too, but the only problem is it would shoot out toothpaste.
The go gadget toothpaste.
I'd be like, dang it.
And the funny thing is, we're both wearing fedoras. That's a go gadget hat.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, yeah. Just need the trench coat. Okay. Now, for the reading, it could take, it depends on how much comes through. It could take a couple minutes. It could take, God, I could talk for a while. It's all depending on what Spirit has for you. But I can tell you a couple things right now. When you said that, I kind of heard someone whisper the word healing in my mind. And then also when you were talking about you don't know where that kind of anger comes from. And I kept on hearing specifically a female saying, evaluate the time between you were 10 and 12 years old and you'll find the cause there.
Okay.
So now, with that, what are your questions?
It has to do with financial.
Okay.
It has to do a lot with financial because it has to go with the show, and then getting family and everything a new start.
Okay. So first, let me pull in on your financials. So
And ignore me. I will be just sitting here. If I spear out some words, it's to comment.
So the first thing what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is you kind of like looking around you and evaluating like your physical space
Okay.
and what you need and what you don't need. I feel like by middle of February, you're going to get to a point where you're going to start to look around your physical space to sort of really, and you're going to be evaluating what's right for you and what will fit within your budget. I keep on hearing, I don't know what this says, but I keep on seeing a Starbucks cup. So for me, when I see a Starbucks cup, is kind of like being more mindful about how whenever you don't think that you would spend $1 or $2, that it would mount to anything, that it's nothing, that it does mount up to something. I do feel like you're going to be more mindful of that.
Okay.
I
And
mean,
I'm all Duncan, by the way.
Dunkin' coffee. Well, it's coffee. I got the coffee part right.
Right.
And I do hear both of you in my head, like probably around mid to late March, talking about joint investments for thing as the show together. And it's more of like things that you would need to travel, like a van, something like that. And it feels like with that start and that possibility brings more opportunities. What I'm hearing is first thing that you've got to learn to do is slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Like in your head, don't in your head get too far ahead of yourself or have so many ideas that you don't know which one to go with. It's kind of like when you get all the ideas, you've got to say, okay, I got to write that one down, take a breath, walk away, and then write down the next idea that you have. And then, like, in a couple days, just prioritize them and check them off and make sure you have that list as your guiding source of where you are at, like one goal at a time, and then crossing off that goal because it's those goals that are going to get you to where both of you guys want to be.
Okay.
And with you, I keep on being drawn to a move. And it's for the better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I keep on seeing and hearing like the Wizard of Oz in my head. So I don't know if that's like a move to Kansas or somewhere around where that took place in Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas is definitely a no-go.
Well, I think that you're not going to have a choice in it, and it's going to be good because this is seeming like something is set for your path. And it's not long-term either. It's more of like a stepping stone to where you're going to next.
Michigan.
My wife is actually from Kansas, and that's where her mother lives, and that's definitely a scary place.
Well, you might have to move back. Depends.
Well, yeah. I'll bring you with me.
You're gonna bring me with you?
Yep.
In your heart and in your mind, I will always.
No, I'm gonna pack you in my suitcase full.
It has memory foam. I'll be quick. Be okay. I heard it can be a bumpy ride.
It does seem like this is something that's out of your control that you end up liking, and that is just a short-term step to get you to the next place that you would want to go.
Okay.
Because it feels like you're going to be gravitating more towards West Coast, Pacific Northwest type area.
Interesting.
Oh, let's move to Vegas. Might get him in trouble. He's trying to save money here.
We have to save
I don't know
money,
about
Vinny.
you, but if you move to Vegas, you end up saving money, girl. state tax, no property tax, no nothing. I lived in Vegas for about 10 years, man. It was beautiful out there. Every year we went to California.
Yeah, I lived in California. I love California.
Uh-huh.
But before I forget, I am being drawn to about the time of August, particularly like the first or second week of August, where I keep on like seeing hands shake. So that's my symbol for a deal being made
Okay.
that is doesn't seem like it's lucrative at first, but then it ultimately ends up being. It's like more of a distribution. Um,
Interesting. And that's
and
this
it's
year,
something
August,
that,
right?
yeah, and it's something that it's kind of like in the back of your mind right now that this kind of like type of distribution is where you want to go, but you start to see it fully, really start to manifest in May, but and it comes to actuation in August.
Oh
But
my
as far as,
god. Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh no,
Well,
go ahead.
I did pull cards, and it's interesting what came up because in the Heart of Matter, we have the Empress card. I don't know if you can see it, but the Empress card is about birth, growth, and abundance. So she is the mother of tarot. She's pregnant. She's about planting seeds for the future and its growth.
Okay.
But it's challenged by the Strength card. The Strength card is talking about what's challenging you in your situation is that sometimes you that motivation to find that internal empowerment to put everything into place seems to be disconnected or stuck right now, and there's need to reach in that internal motivation and putting it into action.
Okay.
What's kind of in your way right now, it's what's in the present, is the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is about mental pain, mental anguish, mental frustration, and trauma. So it's kind of like your thoughts getting in your own way of you actuating your physical reality of
That would
what you want.
explain why my scale is uneven.
Yeah. But in the near future, very soon, we have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is about being at a part of time where you're looking out upon your future and you're actually making decisions on when and where to take that next leap of faith. What you bring into it is the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is just about working hard, having your focus on things. But sometimes he puts his focus so much on one thing that he loses sight of what's important, which is kind of like everything else around him, like love, himself, his self nurturing, self care, those kind of things. So it's again about balancing that
Okay.
in the environment of what's going around you. Is what I was picking up on earlier is the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is about observation and rest and kind of like observing the things around you and trying to figure out what you need to take with you and what you don't need to take with you, as far as both behaviors, attitudes, like your thoughts, including physical reality.
Okay.
In the hopes and fears, we have the Knight of Cups. I feel like that's a hope because the Knight of Cups is about it's about listening to your intuition. So that's been coming up for you a lot in this particular reading. Um, but it's also talking about messages of hope and inspiration, and emotional messages of healing. Something about this is part of your plan, part of your soul contract plan to heal for yourself, like almost like you don't even know it yet. But in the outcome is the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is about kind of like seeing the truth of the matter, getting mental clarity, and he's ready to bring down those swords and make that decision. And he makes that decision and he makes it with confidence. So that's being in the right headspace to actually
Hmm.
physically manifest your reality. Um, now we to show now since we're talking about zodiacs, the zodiacs um, are represented by by the major arcana. So we've got two major arcana in here, which is the Empress card and the Strength card. Strength card is the Taurus. That's the stubborn part. And the Empress card is actually what is she? She's Pisces, I think. So she's the emotional aspect of it,
Okay.
growing emotionally. Holding you back is sometimes your own stubbornness and being in your own head. That
I
sound
can
about
see that.
right?
Yeah, I can see being in my own head.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him being stubborn. He's always stubborn.
Hey, I'm trying to make us grow. I mean, yeah, trying to make us grow.
Yeah, I know you were trying to grow. I mean, make us grow. Sorry, my head. Anyways, yeah, you are stubborn, and I'm pretty sure Erica would agree with me on that.
But yeah, it makes a lot of sense, and I understand. The only downfall is the whole move thing because we absolutely love Florida. So I'm just trying to figure that one out.
Well, you know what? Like she said, it's not. It's probably not a choice.
Hmm.
Probably something that's gonna have to happen. So you
Right.
never
Out of
know.
necessity. Yeah, it's more like out of necessity, but it ends up being the best thing for you financially, which brings up a little bit of that emotional freedom with it as well, and feeling like you can actually do things.
Yep.
Yeah, I have to
Like,
check into that.
like I didn't want to. We didn't want to come back to Michigan. We were in Vegas. We had a house that's paid for on the land, and we were set. We didn't need to move, but we ended up moving because my sister out here was pregnant, and we needed to be there for her. She had nobody else, so
Yeah.
that bring us back.
Yeah,
We're not going to stay here for good. I mean, this is not exactly temporary, but it's not permanent. Like she said, it's not set in stone.
yeah.
Right.
Maybe you'll move because Erica wants to be close to her mother.
Yeah. Scratch that one. That's a joke.
But you never know. You never know. The future is not for certain. It
I
changes
know.
all the
I,
time.
I agree. I agree on that, because like she just got a good paying job. She works for the government. She's making, good
She's
money
making
now.
some money. She got her career on track. I get it. I get it.
Yeah. But also know with a government job, they can tell you, well, we need you in this office and doing this, and there you go. That's where you have to be, you know?
Yeah. I mean, if her job, I could see that definitely with the job, telling her, hey, being
Who knows?
transferred.
Maybe the
Blah.
show might make you move to Michigan.
You're funny.
Yeah, yeah. I
It's
could just see
cold.
you in the
I hate
snow.
the cold.
I could see you in the snow right now, wearing flip flops and a tank top and a pair of shorts, freezing your butt off.
No.
Why not? I
Everybody's
saw some
gone,
crazy guy
what's
doing
wrong with
that
that
today.
dude?
My apologies for his talking nonsense.
I
But see,
kid
even with
you
that
not. Go ahead.
well, sometimes like you have to put up with things for a certain bit of time to get to like what you like. Like I live in Washington State and I love it, but it gets fucking cold where I'm at. Like snows gets, down into the
Hmm.
teens and I
And
hate the cold.
yeah, you're
But
near
the
the ocean
payoff,
too, so you
yeah,
get the
but the payoff
waterfront cold.
is that starting in like April, I've got mountains and volcanoes galore that I could just the most beautiful things you've ever seen. It's right in my backyard that I can take an hour to get there and I can hike my little heart away or be in nature.
You have
So
volcanoes.
we have
Yes.
5. We have 5
That
here in
is
Washington State.
cool. That
I've
is
got
extremely cool.
I've got 2, like if you just go down maybe not even a quarter of a mile on my street and you go to the end, you can see Mount Rainier and Mount Adams right there.
Nice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
girl, you are in a lava cane alley.
Yeah. What's really cool is that we're about 3 hours from Mount St. Helens, and there's this one point where if you go on Mount St. Helens, you can see like 5 different volcanoes in one spot. So it's awesome, and I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world. I'd rather be cold for a couple months and be able to do that.
Right. Well, I do agree with the van. Definitely 100% on the whole van and the traveling and everything, because that's one thing me and him have discussed, and we've discussed with you as well, that we
Mhm.
do want to travel to a lot of haunted locations and do investigating and having it live. Our goal is, yes, to keep the podcast, but we would like to have the very first um all little people paranormal
Network.
investigating team.
Well, I don't know how that's gonna work with you there. You're not exactly little.
I am 4 foot 23. Come on,
Yeah.
stop
Yeah,
stop
the
lying.
23 inches is what gets me. No,
Regardless
but
of
it would be nice. It would be nice to have something that little people can call their own. Finally, have you ever heard? What's it called? It's a Small World in Thailand. You ever seen
no.
documentaries on it?
Mm-mm.
It's a little island off of Thailand. Well, I can't talk right now. That is specifically for little people. They have a little
Oh,
town, little buildings. Everything is for little people.
so it's like
Problem is,
Munchkin Land. Okay.
yeah, like a Disneyland. But the problem is, when you live there, you have to work. It's also considered a theme park, like a freak show almost. And they treat their residents there very horribly. I want to take that concept, but not make it into like something like a freak show, but make it something like a living environment for little people to come and enjoy the rest of their life or the beginning of their lives or whatever in their own domain, you know.
Right.
So I hope that dream comes true for me. I really do.
Hmm? I just want to investigate things, man.
Right.
'Cause you can investigate how little people live their daily lives.
I want to investigate also, like, try to talk to, and this is something that I don't know, because you can tune into a lot of the spirits and everything. Nobody has ever really talked to little people spirits.
I
Nobody's talked to, have even tried to investigate where they were passed away or anything, and try to ask them questions. um are they still little when they die?
Well, hey, I don't know about you, but I don't know who's been uh surveillancing me. But remember how I said I wanted to go and investigate Vern Troyer's house?
Yes.
A YouTuber 3 days ago went and investigated Vern Troyer's house. Got permission and everything.
hmm.
That's ironic. We were talking about that not too long
It is
ago.
ironic. And it's funny is because nobody talks about these people. Nobody talks about all these little people that passed away, you know?
Well, yeah, and I was kind of thinking about it the other day, and I was at the gym and I was watching the TV, and on the show was Warwick Davis, and I just started
Hmm.
thinking of, wow, I really didn't even think until that moment about how influential he's been in the movies, and like all the movies that he's been in, and some that I didn't even know, like he played the leprechaun in
Oh yeah, he's the
Leprechaun
legend.
series. And
Yeah, he's also played as one of the professors in Harry Potter.
yeah,
Um,
and Willow. I
Willow.
remember
Hmm.
Willow, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I've seen, but I it didn't click to me about how, oh, there's only, you can have like 100 people that are like Meryl Streeps. You've got your Meryl Streeps, your Jessica Langs, your Diane Keatons, but you've only got one Warwick Davis, and it didn't even occur to me about how influential in the field of film he had been until I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
Yep.
I don't even think about that.
no, yeah, and you're right. And I don't like the guy, not Warren Davis, another little person I'm about to mention. I don't like him. I think he's a complete jackass and excuse my language and prick. Uh, the guy, the little dude that played in uh Thrones show. What is it called?
In the what show?
The Throne show.
Are you talking about Peter?
Yeah,
Peter
Peter
Dinklage?
Dinkley.
I think he's way too. I don't know. I think he's arrogant.
He is an arrogant SOB. When there was a protest on the Snow White movie that came out, he said he was appalled. He did not want anything to do with the movie. He didn't want anything to do with the fact that it didn't have any little people in the movie. And then what does he do? After going public about it, he turns around and
And
plays a
voiceover.
part as a talking fucking tree in the movie. What a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Did I gotta find the guy if I can find him? I actually started following the gentleman. There is only one person from the Willy Wonka movie that is still alive out of all the Oompa Loompas. Only one.
Yeah. Did you know during that movie, multiple little people got injured playing Oompa Loompas?
And the same thing with the Wizard of Oz. Those filming conditions were horrible for everybody involved, but they kind of they paid the little people less than the regular actors on there.
Yep.
Even though that they were in full makeup and costumes and things like that.
It's a shame the way the world treats certain people according to their stature and their status in life, and it's not right. We
No.
say we're above, that we're in the 21st century, and that
We're really not.
we're not. We're not.
We're
We're
really
not. There's
The-
still slavery. There's still racism. There's still this. There's still that. And it's part of our human nature. That's my mother in the background. Part of our human nature.
Hi, Mama.
And Mama Perino.
Mama Perino. How you guys doing?
Hello. By the way, it's Rusty Goffey. Goffey. He is from the UK, and he was born in 1948 in
Yeah,
October
I
30th.
know Rusty.
He is still. He was actually in Flash Gordon and Deathly Hollows Part 2, the only living Oompa Loompa alive.
Yep.
You know who I follow is I can't remember his name, but he's on Facebook and social media a lot. Like he's about the normal height of a taller person, but his mother is actually a little person.
Yes.
Oh,
And she's in his skits as well, and they
are you talking
are
about like
hilarious.
TikTok and stuff?
I think so.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name, but he and her, but they are blowing up. He does a lot of pranks
Yeah.
sometimes on her and everything
The
else.
trumpet.
It's very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very funny. He actually has a brother who's a little person too.
Yeah. And I think they have donated a lot of their time into, making things better for like people that have the same disease as his mom. So, and educating people about it.
That's awesome. See, I want to get our paranormal going, and I have Vinny and I investigate, talk to Robert the doll, see if we can go visit Annabelle. I mean, that's just a lot of it's dreams.
Robert the doll, man.
He's
That's
just down the road.
scary.
He's literally
Oh.
just pretty much down the road from me.
Well,
He's
I
on-
want to do things like investigate the Lizzie Borden house and
Yes.
investigate, the
Oh, we
Gettysburg-
definitely got to do that together. We
And,
all got to team up.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that. And Washington, Oregon has a lot of hot spots like that as well that I'm working on doing sometime, hopefully later on this year, but eventually work my way out to the East Coast. I'm a brand affiliate for US Ghost Adventures that now owns a Lizzie Borden bed and breakfast and does stuff like that. And
Wait,
Awesome.
Ghost
I did want to
Adventures
do that.
owns them? Owns
Uh,
them?
it's not the Zach Dildo Baggins or whatever the fuck his name is, the guy that I hate.
That's funny.
It's called U.S. Ghost Adventures. They're not associated with Ghost Adventures, but they're like
Oh, I know who you're
a
talking about.
nationwide company. Yeah.
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 That's awesome, though.
Yeah, that's funny. For all you ladies and gentlemen that are watching, thank you for supporting our show. If you want to see us, and by us I mean me and Jeremy and John, if she wants to do a live investigation for our next show, I need you to go onto YouTube and subscribe to our channel. Also, smash that like button.
Subscribe to my channel
And
too. I'm on the
Yes,
YouTube,
yes.
TikTok, everything.
yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure. And yeah, we've got you down, and I'm always, every time I go live on TikTok and everything, I'm always promoting as much as I possibly can for you.
Well, and I was thinking, guys, what do you think about? Because this came up when I was at the cemetery and actually talking to some spirits there. What do you think about like having a podcast that has to do with like kind of like what happens when we pass over and the myths and truths of paranormal investigating? Like, there's some real heavy beliefs out there that just aren't factual, that aren't true. And I've gotten some answers on an EMF detector and even on EVPs from the spirits confirming that some of the questions I was asking them were true or false.
yep. And as always, this is going to be
I'm okay
the
with
end
it.
of, yeah, this is going to be the end of our show. Thank you,
Oh,
John,
we're
for
ending?
being on. If you would like to click or scan this link that I just popped up, it'll bring you to our merchandise store. You can buy our merch. We got a lot for sale. Also, we are going to be next Friday at 7 p.m. regular time doing our show. Tune in. Thank you all for watching. John, thank you for being a part of our show again. It's a pleasure to have
Oh,
you. You
pleasure.
are amazing. And I hope we get you on the show again soon.
We definitely will.
All right.
Thank you.
That's good.
Creaking floors, whispers low. Eyes dark quick where shadows glow.